I'm going to spend just a little bit of time here, and I'll probably go into more at next week. We are finishing up this week. This episode should be coming out on Friday. But I want to show you my design for my automated wither killer here. So I'm using these auto placers, which are from Actually Additions. I'll show you that. They're really easy to make. They just take stone, the basic coils, which is the redstonian crystal surrounded by black quartz, and redstonian crystals is made by dropping redstone in front of your resonator, and the palus crystal, that's just made by dropping lapis in front of your crystal. So I've made 7 of those. Into 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I made 7 of those, and I deliberately have this gap here. It wasn't intentional until I actually started making it. For some reason, the heads, which are already filled in here, when they pop out, they drop down a level. I don't know why, but it actually worked out pretty well because I needed to get a redstone signal to all of these blocks. Now, as you can see, as I'm hovering over it, it says redstone mode pulse. And on the bottom ones where the sand's coming out, I've got it set as redstone mode deactivation. So that means that if this requires a redstone signal for it not to put out a block, these require a redstone signal for it to put out a block. So that's why I've got these redstone conduits, and for some reason the conduits will not connect directly to the block placers, but I can put the redstone right on top of them and use the conduit connected, so it'll go over here to my switch. So this worked out really well because I needed to get redstone on top of these, either on top of these 3 or behind these 3 in order to get it, but remember they're off the ground, so it needed to work a certain way. So the bottom ones have soul sand coming into. The top ones I have the wither heads coming into, and I've got those set up here from my ender chest. Now the brown is coming from my soul sand creation over there. It's not really, I can do filters if I wanted to, but I already have the soul sand being made in a different area. The black is actually coming directly from, let's see if I can get over there. Can I get out of here? Can never get out of here when I need to. Come on, there. Oh, so close. You can. Oh my gosh, I just want to get out of here. So claustrophobic. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna hop over here really quick, just to show you. Oops. So this is the brown, so it's coconut. I've got my automated soul sand coming in here. I've got a cobblestone generator going in here, being pounded down into gravel, being pounded down into sand. I've got automated witch water coming up, which is the sand's going into here, being dropped down into the witch water, making automated soul sand. That soul sand is now being fed into the ender chest. The wither skeleton skulls I had coming out of my automated wither killing area here. I've got it on pause for right now because I had so many wither skeleton skulls, but those were being fed directly into my network. So from my network, I'm using the exporter, which is the same thing I use for the ore, which is coming over there. So the exporter is pulling out wither skeleton skulls, which are being fed into the ender chest, the black ender chest, and that ender chest is being fed over here. Let me hop back down. Easier to get in than it is to get out. So now I have this is set for a black channel, and so these top ones have the black channels that are being fed into it. I have it set on a round robin section, which means what it's doing is feeding into each individual one. If I had it set for non-round robin, it would wait until this block placer or the auto placer got filled before we go into the next one, into the last one. So by choosing the extract option, by choosing the extract option using round robin, not using the signal, it is filling into all 3 of these block placers. You can see all those are being fed from the black channel. You can tell they're black on the ends there. For the brown channel, for the soul sand, which are these 4 blocks here, it's the same concept. I have the extract coming in from the brown channel. Again, I could have used a filter, but this just seemed cleaner and actually worked out a little smoother. I started out with a filter, but it just, I like the channel message better. So this is being inserted into the brown channel, again round robin, which means it goes into each individual one instead of filling up just the first one and setting it off to go. Alright, so that is the basic setup. So again, I have those being fed out through a redstone conduit, which is hooked up to this timer. Let me show you this recipe for the timer. There are 2 different timers in this pack. The RF Tools timer just couldn't work. So I'm using the timer from Dark Utilities. Very easy to make. Just takes 4 pieces of stone, 4 redstone torches, and a clock. So you can actually set this up, and there's a little description here. There are 20 ticks in a second. So I've got mine set on about I think it's close enough to a 20-second, 22-second delay. I've set it up for 350 ticks. So that means that every 350 ticks, let me get out of here so you can just see this in action here. I'm going to flip this switch, and you can see the timer is starting to count down. So it reached 0, so it emitted a redstone signal, which means it went ahead and dropped the heads. It's also important when you're setting up the timers for your wither skeleton that you don't have them all just set out immediately. Ooh, that kind of hurt. And look at the timer, it's still going to keep going. That you don't have them set out immediately, because it's the way the wither has to be set up. You have to put at least the head on last. So by actually setting it up with the redstone signals the way that I do, it's putting those heads on last. So you can see that automation is going, and there's the next signal. If you look at our timer here, it's starting to count down again. There's Giant Waffle. He's about to go boom. So I can have that set to go as often as I want. Oh, I did not show you how to make the mob grinder. That will be the last thing that we'll do here. The mob grinder did require some awakened draconium, so it's a good thing I did go ahead and kill the dragon a few more times. I have to do that a lot because I'm going to need a lot of that to go on. But it just requires a generator, which requires draconic core, nether bricks. You can get nether bricks by smelting netherrack, and we can get netherrack from putting redstone into a bucket of lava. So that's very easy to make. And then you put that around the furnace, and you get the generator. The other item you need, again, you need 4 awakened draconium, 3 diamond swords, and a wyvern core, which we've made earlier. This does have to be powered. So again, these relays, they come in so handy. I'm gonna just go ahead and hold our bindle here. So you can see I've got relays coming all the way from our power source that's being fed. Because remember, there is a max distance, so I couldn't feed it from that relay there, so I set up another relay. And each of these relay links for the wyvern links, they can hold up to 8 channels. So this one is right now has 6 channels going to it. One is to this vibrant capacitor bank, which we're going to use to actually charge up our items here. And then it's going to 3 of these. And then I also have it feeding power into our mob grinder. So that's automated. It's so easy. Like I said, I've got it set up right now. I just like to build up enough helms. I can probably kill, oh gosh, several 64 times 9 withers, because all those items are full. But once I get more soul sand kind of backed up there, I might just increase the production on it. I've got automatic nether killing. So I'm going to end the episode for now. I hope you enjoyed the episode this week. Well, all the episodes this week. We've been doing a lot with Draconic evolution. We are now making wyvern armor, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited about that. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, any tips, tricks, or techniques, or if there's a particular mod that you would like me to jump into, I'm going to probably just do a lot more Draconic evolution in the next few episodes, just tinkering around with it before I move on to something else. But your feedback is greatly appreciated. So I think that's pretty much it, guys, for now. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.